Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Amanda. Thank you so much for tuning in. All of the products that will be used in today's video will be conveniently linked for you in the description box below. No need to go searching for these items, just click on the link and make your purchase. Now let's get started. Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to create this agate marble look to your tumblers, and I wouldn't really call it a cheat method. Let's call it a hack. Okay, so there are several videos on YouTube and I'm sure on TikTok that will show you how to achieve this marble / agate look with glitters and or alcohol inks. And that is a beautiful way to create a tumbler like this. However, for today's video, I'm going to be showing you a super simple, easy, and quick way to achieve this look. One, if you're a beginner and you're just not comfortable yet, trying the methods out there to achieve this look, or if you're just in a hurry, maybe someone has put in an order for a tumbler and it's a last minute thing and you do not have a lot of time. This would be another opportunity to use this method. So with that being said, you're going to go ahead and prep your tumbler, sanding it down, washing it with dish soap and water, and wiping it clean and dry. And I noticed some fingerprints on my tumbler after I washed it. So I'm just spraying it down with some alcohol on the outside of the tumbler so as to remove any fingerprints from the tumbler. And then I'm just going to go spray paint it white. And I'm just mixing some different white glitters to achieve the white glitter look that I'm going for, because this is going to be the base of our tumbler. So once you have your glitters mixed up the way that you like them, you're going to go ahead and place your epoxy on the tumbler. I mixed up about 5 milliliters of epoxy, and I'm just going to smooth that out on the tumbler and then pour my glitter on top of the tumbler. I also wind up rolling the tumbler on top of the loose glitter that has fallen down on my paper, just to get really good adhesion and also to sort of mash the glitters flat so that it cures as smooth as possible. So after this cures, you're going to add 1 layer of epoxy. I used 20 milliliters, and then let that cure, and then we're ready for our marbling / agate steps. Okay, so we're going to go to Creative Fabrica, and you do not have to have a subscription, but if you do, you have access to so many different fonts and files and artwork and opportunities to create your own artwork. And it's just You don't have to pay for each individual item you want to purchase. You just have that subscription and it covers anything and everything you want. So with my subscription, what I did was I downloaded this design, and this is the one that I used. The lady ordering this cup, this was the color she asked for, was yellow. So, but you can see there's all different kinds. This is another file that has different colors. And then there's also links to Canva so that you can create your own. So for this link to Canva, you're first going to download it from Creative Fabrica. You will then click on the file and it brings you to this page, which gives you the option to choose design 1, design 2, or design 3. You're going to click on whichever one you want, and then it brings you into Canva. Now for this, a lot of these Canva links through Creative Fabrica, you can have a free account with Canva. You do not need a pro account. But I do have a pro account with Canva. So if you wanted to, you could create your own colors. And I've just kind of given you an example here of when I just imported some glitters and made this design here. So if I wanted to, I could use this design on my tumbler. So, very, very easy. Even if, like I said, even if you do not have subscriptions to Creative Fabrica and Canva, Creative Fabrica will let you download a certain amount. I believe it's like 10 free, as just like a trial basis. But so there are options for everyone. If you are new to Tumbler creating and you are just sort of wanting to make your own tumblers here and there, and you don't want to spend a bunch of money every month on subscriptions, there's still options for you. So that is what I did for this. I just printed this out on clear water slide. So water slide paper, if you're not familiar with it, I do have all of my products linked for you in the description box. You can go check that out. But it's a really cool alternative to like a UV-DTF transfer. I do not have a UV-DTF printer, nor do I really see the need to invest in one at this time. So clear water slide for me has been a really great alternative. So we're just going to, I just printed this off on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of water slide paper. And then I did cut it down some because we're not wrapping the entire tumbler in this. We're just doing like a little bit more than half. And off camera, I have just placed the paper in a small little container of water. And now I'm just taking a squeegee brush and a paper towel in my hand and sort of dampening the tumbler. You want your surface to be a little wet, as well as the water slide paper itself. Normally you would take your water slide and lay it paper side down on your tumbler and then remove the paper out from behind the water slide. But because this was not a directional print, in other words, it didn't have wording or anything like that on it that really mattered which way it went, I just laid mine face down on the tumbler and removed the paper that way. I will admit, for me, I like doing it the other way, pulling the paper out from behind the water slide, but whichever way is easiest for you, do that. So we're just going to squeegee out all of the water. You want to make sure you remove all of the moisture from behind the water slide. And then we're going to let that dry. And then we'll be ready for our next step. And while we are finishing up this part of the tumbler, it is worth mentioning, before you add water slide, you do want your tumbler to be completely smooth. The one layer of epoxy that I added to my tumbler was enough for me. It was smooth. But if you do not have a smooth surface, the water slide is not going to go on as well. You will have issues, and it could potentially make your design look weird. So make sure your tumbler is completely smooth. Also, before I add my water slide, if I know I'm going to be going all the way to the top of my tumbler, I go ahead and do my sanding before adding the water slide, just so I do not run the risk of sanding into that part of the water slide. And do not worry about the harsh lines that the water slide is leaving on the tumbler right now. We will be covering that up with some foil flakes, so no need to worry about that. Once the foil flakes have been applied to the tumbler, make sure everything's dry, and then just do a quick seal with Rust-Oleum's clear coat and wait for that to dry, and then you're ready for another coat of epoxy. I wound up placing 20, I believe it was 20, it may have been 25, 20 to 25 milliliters of epoxy on the tumbler. And then while that was turning, I did go ahead and mix a little bit of white pigment paste in with my epoxy and just put a few lines through the water slide to just sort of give it a little bit more dimension. Now that that has cured, we're going to go ahead and add some sunflower water slides to the tumbler. You can do this or not. Again, the lady ordering the tumbler wanted some sunflowers on there. So we're just going to add a few, and I'm going to show you how you can sort of tell when the water slide is ready to be removed from the water and placed on your tumbler. And here's my container of water. I'm just going to set it off to the side of me, and then we will take our water slide, put it in the tub of water, and while that is sitting for a moment, we're going to go ahead and wet down our tumbler in preparation of adding the water slide. So when you first put the water slide in the water, it's going to curl up immediately. Resist the urge to straighten it out and flatten it, because as it starts getting ready to release from the paper, it will straighten itself out. So you can see here, these are starting to spread flat again, and that's when they're ready. Look how cute that is. I just love that. So once you have that portion of the tumbler completed, again, make sure all of the water has been squeegeed out from underneath the water slide. And then again, just give it a quick seal with Rust-Oleum 2 times clear, and you're ready for the next step. The next step is adding your decal, your wording, whatever you want to do to the tumbler. So what I did not place another coat of epoxy. I just went straight in with my vinyl lettering. So you can either add another coat of epoxy and then do your lettering, or you can just go straight in with your lettering. It's totally up to you. So we're going to go ahead and add our vinyl offset in gold, and then I will come back and add the black vinyl on top of that, seal that, and then add our final coats of epoxy. really do love how this turned out. I think the colors are beautiful. The sunflowers just really add a little something to it, in my opinion. And I just love this Bible verse. I mean, what a beautiful reminder of God's love for us. So I hope everyone has enjoyed this tumbler. I hope it has been informative and it has inspired you in some way. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those for me. I'll be glad to answer them. Again, check out all of the products. I'll have those listed for you. And if you did like this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps out my channel and lets me know that you're enjoying the content that I'm putting out. And as always, thank you so much, everyone, for watching my videos. It truly means so much. I thoroughly enjoy making tumblers and videos for you guys, and it just means a lot that you take the time to watch them. So again, thank you so much to everyone who's watching the videos, and I hope everyone has a blessed day.